Welcome to She Sells Radio and welcome to day 37 of the Finish Strong Challenge. I hope you are enjoying it. I hope you are feeling forward progress and momentum. And, this morning I was doing some journaling, as I do pretty much every morning, and just thinking about the goals that I set for the end of this year. And it was like, some of them came together faster than I thought they would happen. Some of them are still in fruition, and it's easy sometimes for the ones that are still in that fruition mode, depending on the size of it and depending on your level of kind of spiritual, mental maturity around what you're creating. It can be easy to say, well, is it ever going to happen? And to go into self-doubt mode. But what I started to do, and I wasn't really in that mode this morning. I definitely I'm like everyone else. I have those moments. I know how to get myself out of it relatively fast now, but just know we are all human. We all have those moments. So that wasn't really what was going on this morning, but it was more like, hey, let me stop and assess where I'm at with the goals that I set, that I originally said I wanted to complete by the end of the year. And as I went through the ones that hadn't completed yet, on every single one, I could still see some sort of positive forward momentum or positive forward progress. And I think that's why what we're talking about today, which is tracking the wins, celebrating the wins, sharing the wins, is so important, because we can get so fixated on the final result. And it's kind of, goal setting and goal achievement. It's just like gardening, right? Like you plant the seed, you're going to get whatever you plant. That's how it works. So this is how it works with your subconscious mind. This is how it works with universal law. It's all the same. Whatever you plant is what you're going to get back. But sometimes we can plant the seed and then immediately go into the energy of, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And meanwhile, there's a lot happening behind the scenes and underneath the surface that we just don't see. But if we don't stop to acknowledge that, or don't stop to look for even those tiny little sprouts that, oh my gosh, something is coming up, we can feel tempted to go rip up the whole thing and say, it's just not going to happen. And that's the only way you're not going to achieve your goal, is if you decide to quit. That's the only way. So what I did this morning was, like I said, I went through and I looked at, for the ones that haven't completed yet, what are some of the wins that I've had, and what's some of the forward progress and momentum that I've had? And as I was doing it, it was again, every single one, there was momentum, there was progress, there was forward movement. And it was kind of like this, sigh of relief type of thing. Again, I wasn't in a state of feeling anxious or worried about my goals, but just even when you're in that state of kind of relaxation and peace about things, to be able to see how things are coming together towards your goals is really powerful. And I had, this will come out after this episode that you're listening to now airs, but I just did an interview with this really cool woman I met through the Salesforce influencer program. Her name's Sherilyn Castleman. She has a mission and a goal to see 1 million women of color at the table of their choice, like CEOs, sales leadership, sales executives, sales leaderboard, entrepreneurs by 2030. It's a really, really just phenomenal goal. She's awesome. But we were talking yesterday about, how do you keep your mindset right when you're working towards a big vision? And one of her things that she said she does, which I love because I do this too, and I think I've shared on the podcast before to do it, but in case I haven't, this is going to be your challenge for today. She said she keeps a note on her phone that's every single win she's ever had in her life. And the challenge that she issued on the podcast, which I want to issue to you today, is to make a list of 100 wins that you have had in your life, all the way back to when you were a little kid and you won the spelling bee, or you won some sports competition, or you baked for the first time and it was good, right? Whatever those wins are. And your challenge is, you sit there and you write them down and you put them on the notes on your phone so you can see them and remind yourself of who you are. And you don't get up until you are complete at 100. And remembering who you are, celebrating the wins, seeing the forward progress along the way. It's such a powerful reinstillment of faith and belief in yourself. And that energy is going to carry you forward to greater and greater things. So that's your challenge for today. And if you haven't yet officially enrolled in the challenge, there is still time to do so. elisearcher.com/challenge. You can get our workbook. And you'll get so you'll get a weekly workbook, you'll get registered to win prizes. Part of how you win the prize is you complete the challenge and you share on social every day. So you got to share that you're participating, use the graphic for this week, check off that you completed today's challenge. I want you to tag me at Elise Archer and use the hashtag #SheSellsChallenge. And that'll get you entered to win one of the prize drawings. So celebrating you, go celebrate your wins. Bonus points if you share what your win is when you share it on social. You're going to write down 100, but what's a win you've had so far in this challenge towards your goal, even if the whole thing hasn't happened yet. And I want you to just reflect on how powerful you are, how amazing you are I think one of the biggest things that holds us back from, what do I want to say? From achieving what we want to achieve as easily as we do is we don't see ourselves. We don't stop to see ourselves for who we are. And you may tend to focus on the things you haven't done or the things that felt like failures or the letdowns. So I'm here to tell you, you've had far more wins than you've had those. And every single one of those was something that was refining you and preparing you for your next win. So it's all working for you. And we have to have this discipline of seeing and acknowledging the wins along the way to really keep up that momentum. So that's your challenge for today. Let me know how it goes. Again, tag me on social. And quick reminder, we've still got some rooms left for our Sedona retreat coming up January 17th through 19th at the gorgeous, magical, magnificent Enchantment Resort. If you want to create a true quantum leap for yourself in 2023, come get in the room with me and this amazing group of women who are going to be there. So elisearcher.com/Sedona to go check that out and get your ticket today. Sending lots of love, and I'll see you tomorrow for our